In case you haven't heard, Bad Beat Crew is sick of you. And the whole album just dropped on Triple B Records on Friday. It's now Monday. I had Jimmy and Mike over Saturday morning for a great conversation. I'm extremely happy that they took the time to come over and, just have a cool conversation, talk about the band, how they met, and they're in like fucking 3 other bands together. They've been friends quite a while now. We get into it. We, cover the history a little bit, but overall, fun conversation. You can catch them at Tie Down Fest. I believe they said they're playing like 2nd or 3rd, so you should probably get there early. It's going to be a 10-minute set. They bring the heat, full of energy. I'm really excited to see this whole sound come back. They do it perfectly. There's a lot of heavy, tough guy shit. I love it all. But once again, this is another refreshing sound that is coming back around in the scene. And no other guys could do it better. I love it. It's amazing. You know who's on the podcast. You know who these guys are, so I don't gotta explain that. Jimmy's from Edgeman Printing, and Mike is from every other fucking band in the world. Very talented musician. He does recordings and mixing and mastering stuff. I don't know if he'll do it for you, but I know he does it. He's really good. I couldn't be happier with our conversation. We talked about Tied Down. Really looking forward to it. It's coming up so fucking fast. It's like I said, I'm trying to nail down some bands that are going to be on the fest before it's here, and just to keep this fucking train going. It's a great time to do it. I love the conversations I have. I love talking to my friends and meeting new people and having conversations with people that we all look up to as fans of music and hardcore. So I selfishly do it, but I'm glad that people enjoy it as well. It makes me very happy when I get good feedback. I never get bad feedback because motherfuckers are afraid to say the truth. No. Thank you. Keep rolling. Go buy the Bad Beat album. It's out there. Go to Triple B Records or download it. You can probably get it on Bandcamp. Fucking buy it there. Send a donation, whatever. Be sure to support your local scene and go check out their other bands. They're in Cleanse and Godbody and Strange Magic was a thing. I think they're taking a break with that right now. But that's a really good band. We talk about that a lot. So, I don't know. Do your part. Spread the word. Show up. Go to shows. Start a band. Fuck your mom. Or don't. That'd be crazy. It's Mother's Day, so I can say it. Also, shout out to Joe Plonky and Big Deal and Liuda and Vigilante and Strangle You and Bitter Truth. All the bands that played last night at the Big Deal record release. It was really cool. Gavel had dropped, so D-Block did an impromptu surprise set for the kids, and it was perfect. So, this is for Lasagna, and this is for Smoked Queso, and for Bubba's 33. It was so good. And, gosh, the times just keep getting better and better, spending it with our friends in the same room, hanging out, high fives, punching each other. Fuck. It's so good. So, yeah, you keep it going, man. I'm done ranting. It doesn't make sense. Listen to Bad Beat. Buy the album. Go support Triple B Records. And buy your Tied Down tickets if you haven't got them yet. It's surely going to sell out here very soon. Lots of cool stuff to announce coming up soon. So, keep it going. Do your part. 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 And Detroit over everything, motherfucker. Thank you guys for coming over.
Dude, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
It's cool. It just so happens to fall in line with your release yesterday on Triple B Records. That's fucking crazy.
Thank you.
That's super exciting, and everyone is looking forward to the great things Bad Beat will do. I like it, and everybody else.
So do we.
Yeah, we do. I listened to it yesterday for the first time in a little while, and I was like,
this shit kicks ass.
And dude, it does.
I was like, all right, let's do it.
We did the damn thing.
We did it.
You did. How long was like the project like in the works before you decided to like drop something? October, November when you guys put something out for the first time?
Yeah.
Edge Day.
Edge Day was the first. We did 2 songs on Edge Day. Those were the only 2 songs recorded, I think.
I think we had
some demos.
We had some demos, and we were kind of messing around. I'm just like always writing stuff for different styles. I just like a lot of different music, and I had some songs that I played for Jimmy, and he was like, "This is dope." And I was like, "You should sing for it." And he was like, "I should."
I've like always wanted to front a band. Never have. I've done like weird little small parts here and there on recordings, things like that, but I've never fronted a band. So I'll give props right now to Andy Nelson. He's the one who told me I should years ago because he liked my voice. And I don't know, I'm still scared to do it. It's weird, but I think it fits what Mike was writing, and I'm happy with the product. So
yeah, we were like kind of messing around, didn't really have like real plans for it, and it was Edge Day, and I was straight up like, "Hey, we should put out songs since it's a straight edge band." And Jimmy was like, "All right, I'm gonna do it," and he just got them up. He just got them up on streaming, and that was it.
yeah,
That's how we put those first 2 out.
yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy because you just gotta pull the trigger and hope for you want people to like it, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's got to be real nerve wracking, especially being your first time on vocals, like,
Yeah.
and having to hear yourself, like, even doing this stupid fucking podcast. Like, I listen back, I'm like, I sound so dumb. So
It's weird, and honestly, like, podcast is easy because I'm like, you're freestyling all this, and now I'm like, oh my god, I have to write lyrics. Like, I'm like,
You got to commit to it.
yeah, it's tough. It's hard. I mean, full honesty, Mike had helped me on some of it because I was just like, this sucks. I don't know what to do. And I'm getting better at it. I wrote a lot on the record, and like, now I understand it more. But like, that was a tough first. I was stumped all the time. Like, I had no idea what to write about. But now I kind of get the groove and understand that I don't need to write some novel.
Yeah.
Like,
And it was fun because it was like he would show up with lyrics, and I was like, "Hey, what if we just like move this here? What if we move that there?" And then I would say like, "Hey, for this song, I have like these lyrics," and he would kind of take them and put his own spin on it. Just, "Hey, this is kind of what I would like to do," because
I don't want to sing your words,
yeah,
essentially.
there was also some stuff that you were like, "I wouldn't say that."
Yeah.
That ain't some Jimmy Lawson shit.
Yeah. True.
So, I mean, all the lyrics are great. A lot of people, I think, can relate to what the message is in a lot of the songs, and it's cool, man. Like, it's aggressive, it's hard, it's
I tried to write.
it seems honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I tried to be honest. Like, I'm not some perfect person or anything. I tried to write what is on my mind and what actually like bothers me, or what like. There's a couple songs that are like deeply personal, and there's a couple songs that are like, fuck you, we're dumb. It doesn't matter, but like it all like coincides with me in a weird way. So like, I'm trying to be as honest as I can with it, and like as truthful, and just putting it out there. I don't,
It's
the
cool,
only way
man.
to do it.
Yeah, it's like it really came from the heart in some of the songs. You hear
Yes,
it.
yes.
You hear it. And
Yes.
like, for me, like, if I was to write lyrics, it's like that would be hard to dig that deep. Like, I don't know, I would feel like ashamed of being honest or something. I don't know. It's like sharing how I feel about something would be weird than putting it out there for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's weird to be vulnerable like that because it's one thing to like open up to a person that you're close with, but to say, "Hey, anybody who's kind of passing by and happens to like click on the Spotify link, you're going to know how I feel about whatever I'm going through." It's like, can be fucking scary.
The first song that like truly like I wrote very personal. That's the first song on the new record, and it's just about my dad passing away and all that kind of stuff. And I remember when we were at your house and Wade was there, and I was like, I can't record this now. Like, I don't want him to hear these. He can't listen to this. And then I'm
Be
like,
by yourself.
yeah. And it's like, oh shit. Well, everybody's gonna hear this, So I'm over it now. I'm understanding. Like, it's good to put those things out there, but like, it's still weird. Yeah, it's a weird feeling.
Yeah, man. So now, when you're writing, like, did you write to like music, or did you have some shit written or written first, and then like try to fit it into songs? Because
both. Mike's a machine and just pumps out fucking songs.
we know.
I got riffs. They got to go somewhere.
So like I would say 85% of it was written. Like I had demos and going like, okay, this would fit to this song. I'm gonna try to write this song next, and like, you know. But there's a few where I was just writing, kind of freestyling, and then had to kind of work it into a track that we had. But most of it was written to demos because Mike was like, I got these songs, you know, let's use them. And I was like, yeah, let's use these for sure.
Yeah. And 16 short fucking bangers. Is that what it is? 16 songs on it?
16 tracks, yeah.
Man.
We cheated a little.
Yeah.
There's like one song where we were like, it would be funny to split it in the middle. That's like a move that I pulled from X-Files X. There's like 2 songs back to back that are essentially one song that they just like split the track. And I always thought that was super cool. So there's one where we did that.
Yeah.
Then we got the 7-second song.
Yeah, that's
We cheated a little bit.
Is this one with Critter or
yeah. So
okay.
That's actually one of the ones that we split. So
I thought I noticed it. I was
Yeah.
like, it sounds like it's supposed to be 2 songs.
Yeah,
Or sorry, 1 song.
Yeah, it's definitely one song that I was like, well,
we're just gonna split the mosh part into a second track on its own, and it's kind of sick because Critter is the only person on that track. I'm not even on it.
That's what I thought. I was like, it's
I love it.
your riffs, but Critter. Like, it sounds so crazy
Yeah.
to hear him with like a different background.
Yeah. That was kind of our I love Critter. Shout out to Critter because we love him.
Annie up off the wall.
He's the best.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we just I asked him to be a part of it, and he was super stoked to do it. And then I was like, by the way, this is your own song.
Yeah, this is Bad Beat featuring Critter only.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't get better than that, man. And it's cool because with Off the Wall, I don't even know how that shit sounds yet, but I heard it's a different style for a Critter, so I'm looking forward to hear him.
It's fast. It's cool.
Yeah.
It is cool. Yeah. I got to hear a couple sneak peeks, and his voice is, it's like crazy to hear Critter like this because like Critter has the meanest voice in Michigan besides Jeff. And like, it's not like Annie Up at all. It's so different, and it's awesome. So I'm happy to like, he's doing something cool and new and like, you know, just doing his thing.
Yeah, it will be cool because, like, from what I haven't heard anything, but somebody compared it. I don't remember what they said. Maybe like the first step or so. I don't know. I don't remember what I heard. But I was like, it'd be weird to hear him like fast, like on the punk side
fast
instead
parts,
of him
yeah.
just.
It's cool. It works,
yelling
man.
at you.
It's just him going. He's trying something new, and I think it fits the style really well.
Yeah. Yes.
So we were happy to have him sound mean on the Bad Beat record.
Yeah.
So, overall, in the past couple of days, well, since you dropped this yesterday, has there been like a lot of, I'm sure, good feedback? Nobody's going to say, wow,
No.
that shit sucked.
Oh, dude, people love saying the shit sucks.
They do love that.
People love it.
Don't go to Lambda. They'll
Dude,
get you.
people love saying shit sucks. But it's like, that's part of the game. Like, don't get me wrong. I will always remember, and I will never forget, and I will find you.
I take it personal.
Yeah, it's like, it's one of those things where on one side of the fence, it's just part of the game. You put something out, some people will like it, some people won't, but at the end of the day, it's like, I don't really care that much.
Yeah. He did it for us.
Yeah, it sounds corny, but like, I don't know, dude, at this point in my life, after doing as much touring and putting out as much music, it's really cool to feel like I get to do music for almost selfish reasons. Like, it's purely just because I want to play music that I think is cool with my friends, and that's it. And so as long as like we all fuck with it, that's all that really matters. Anybody that thinks it's cool, I'm super thankful for. And anybody that doesn't like it, I don't know, you're a fucking idiot. Shit's dope. I don't know what to
Your
tell
problem. It is dope, man.
But like, we see it. We look.
Yeah, of course. We're human. We're going to look.
Yeah.
We'll look at it all. But luckily, people seem to like it more than hate it. So I'm cool with it.
Man, how did you guys end up like coming up with your lineup? So you wrote all the shit and decided you put you on vocals, and then was like, who else can be in this band, or was that already pretty much established who you wanted?
We kinda,
It started me and Jimmy, and then we were like, who should we get to do it? And like Jimmy and I already played in Strange Magic with John. And so it was like, a dude's got so much swag behind the kit that I was like, I feel like he'd be a great fit and he'd be down. Jimmy was like, hey, my wife Janie really wants to play bass. And I was like, that is fucking awesome. Are you kidding? Like, let's go. And then all that was left was our buddy Wade, who had been just playing with us in Strange Magic sometimes, but was just like our boy. So we hit him up. We knew that this was like his style, like he would fuck with it. So we like sent him a couple songs. We're like, hey, would you want to do this band with us? He was like, dude, he said, I'm gaming.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. How'd you just come up with the name?
We literally were at the casino.
Yeah, it was.
It was, we went to the Neverending Game record release in Toledo with Gridiron. Hit
Toledo. Oh yeah, it was. Never mind. Just disregard what I said. Yep. Go ahead.
We hit Hollywood Casino and we were talking about this new band and we were pumped on it. And we went to Texas Roadhouse the next day.
Yeah.
And we're sitting at a table and we were like, dude, we love gambling. I literally Googled like gambling terms. And the first one that I saw was Bad Beat. And I said it out loud and Jimmy just went, yep, that's it. And that was it. And I was like, all right, we're done. We don't have to think about it anymore. Like, dude, there's nothing worse than trying to come up with a band name. So being able to just say, yep, that's it, right up front was the sickest.
That is fucking cool. And you just lift up terms. It's not like you're like, like 3 words or 1 word. What's it going to be?
Oh, dude, it was
2 words.
It
That's
was,
out of the ordinary.
It was,
you know?
Yeah. So yeah, I was born in Texas Roadhouse.
T-Ree.
T-Ree.
So what's that term mean?
Bad Beat is like, just like let's say you make like a bet and it sucks. You're just like, oh, dude, I'm on a bad beat. Like,
Okay.
shit's just not working out.
Oh, well, there you go. That sounds good. I like it. Fuck, man. And you guys have played a handful of shows. Those seem to be going over very well. You guys hit Cleveland. You went to fucking Chicago.
Yeah. Where else
Obviously
did we
Detroit.
Columbus.
Columbus.
Yeah.
I knew there was another out of state. Yeah, we did. We did
Dirty
2 shows
Dungarees.
in Chicago in one day. We did the Sub T basement and upstairs with Hold My Own and Missing Link.
Anchit really hooked it up.
Yeah.
Anchit's doing fucking crazy things in Chicago.
He's a bad motherfucker, man.
Dude, he's the best.
He is.
He fucking rocks.
Yeah.
Awesome dude. Insane riffer. He has the best tone. Straight up.
Yeah.
The most hardcore dude I've ever met, I think.
Dude, he fucking rocks.
He loves
we
it.
can't say enough good things about
That was so.
him and Greg.
Did we? Oh, we played 2 shows in Detroit. We did Black Christmas was our first show.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And it was cool. Second show was
Game Changer World. We played with Slug.
Game Changer. Yeah, it was Slug. Then Chicago was our 3rd and 4th show.
Yes.
And then we've played under 10, I think. Or roughly around 10.
Yeah,
Maybe.
we haven't played that much. But also, how much is a hardcore band that plays
That's
for 5
true,
minutes
yeah.
supposed to play?
Yeah. 5 minutes.
Well, we were getting, like, it's cool that we keep getting asked to play shows, and we're, like, super thankful that anybody, like, wants to involve us in whatever they're doing. But we got to a point where it's like, okay, hey, we're getting asked to play this cool show. Should we do it? And we have to, like, really think about, like, we're going to play the same 5 minutes. Maybe we wait. Maybe we don't just keep playing the same 5 minutes of music over and over again in front of the same people.
Yeah, in front of the same people. Well, they got 13 minutes, a whole set. Close.
Dude, I think the
Tag
record release set is going to be
11.
10 minutes.
I was going to say, I think it's 11. With breaks, we'll say 11.
Yeah.
Fuck, yeah, man. That's a cool album release show you got going on.
Yeah.
Pretty big when I seen the flyer the other day.
Well, we were like, okay, let's just have Tied Down be the record release based on like the timeline that Sam from Triple B gave us. Just like, hey, record's going to come out May 10th. And we were like, well,
I'm not going to book a show in between now and Tied Down. And
it would be stupid.
Yeah, it's like, let's just do it at Tied Down and whatever. Go for it.
Well,
So I'll say it now. We're playing 3rd on Saturday at like 12:20 or
Be
something.
there early.
So
Between
Yeah.
12:20 and 12:30.
yeah,
That's it.
dude, it's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to Tie Down, but we'll get to that. And you, Strange Magic, you were in Strange Magic. So what year did that band start? Because I seen you guys. I think one of the only couple times was with you played H2O.
Yeah.
At the Loving
He showed
Touch.
up
I didn't even know you guys. I knew you were and shit, but I just in the background, hiding. And I was like, this man fucking rips. I only seen you on the flyer. I never listened till then. I was like, that's a good. And I seen you guys did that fucking show out of like a U-Haul, and I was like, what the fuck did I miss out on, dude? Yeah. So what year did that band come about?
19?
19?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
18 or 19.
Yeah, sometime around then. What year was the Vans show? Do you remember?
No. I have a terrible memory.
Same.
Vans?
We are
So the first like actual show we played, because we got at it, we did a
basement show.
Yeah, for Great Reversals did like a record release, and we like hopped on it last second, whatever. Yeah. But the first like real show where we played like a full set was this like House of Vans event in Detroit. Like Thundercat played the day before, Danny Brown.
Wow.
Yeah.
But we played the less cool day where it was like, oh, also local bands can show up. They paid us $500, and we were like, we don't need this. Like, what are we doing? So we put it all in cash and threw it out while we played.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
We put it in piñatas and threw the piñatas into the crowd.
Yeah.
And one kid definitely stole a piñata. Not stole. He
got a whole piñata filled with like $100.
Yeah. Rather than him breaking open and money spilling everywhere, he saw money in it and was like, no, I'm not keeping it.
Tuck that fucker.
He really did. He showed us after the set. He was like, dude, check out what I got. I was like, that's badass, dude.
Yeah.
Money in your
Square,
minion.
yeah. And not like Tyrant Murder Ball. Or anything
No.
like that.
Money ball.
That's fucking cool, man. I love Strange Magic. What a wild band. It's everywhere. Yeah.
It was just us. That was like the first band that I had ever been in where, because of all the touring that like I did in my old bands, that Jimmy's done in his old bands, and Mark and John did with their old bands, it was the first time I think all of us were like, hey, let's just do a band to do a band. Not to try to make it into something. Just let's play music we like with
have
friends.
Fun doing, yeah.
Let's just have fun. That's the only thing that matters. And so we took that kind of to the extreme.
Yeah.
And like every show it turned into like people would come see us and like, okay, what are they going to do? Are they going to throw money out? Are they going to throw a birthday party?
Beach party
we did at a show.
Yeah.
We covered Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
What the fuck?
Dude, just so much dumb shit.
Yeah, just literally all dumb, just stupid ideas that we'd say once and just go, yeah, and then never think about it and then do it. It was just dumb. It was just a fun bit band.
Yeah.
To the point where like there was a show where we were on the bill and Strange Magic played, but it was 100% all fill-ins.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
No members of the band played.
Yeah. Which was so good.
That was a good bit.
That was a good. That's probably my favorite bit.
I think that's top tier.
That's funny as shit. I heard at Black Christmas, you guys were going to try to do something. Somebody said you guys were going to do on the big stage, like 2 drum sets. Somebody said that.
Oh.
That was a possibility. Something crazy.
So
I heard
they
wrong.
had us on, not the big stage, but they had us on the stick stage.
Okay.
And we were like, just put us in the garden bowl. Like
Please, for the love of God.
come on. But we did have 5 guitar players.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
We've done it before where we've had like
The Strange Magic Orchestra is what we've deemed it.
the Strange Magic Orchestra, where we have way too many guitar players, piano, extra drum sets.
Yeah.
Like we just any friend of ours that is willing to take the 20 minutes it takes to learn our set, just like, yeah, show up and play. We don't care. The last show we played, I was in the back room. We were about to go on, and my buddy Nick Hubbard was in the back, and I just said, hey, if there's an extra guitar, do you want to play? And he was like, oh yeah, sure, whatever. And that was it. And he played.
Job.
Yeah, he was awful.
But shout out to Stop at Nothing. That band fucking riffs.
Dude, Stop at Nothing rocks.
Yeah.
Very dope shit.
Yeah. We said Nick Hubbard. Isn't he a band with you too? Is Godbody? Is that you? Who the fuck is in that band? It's like a mystery band.
Godbody is a lot.
Godbody.
Godbody is Godbody. It's me, Jimmy, John. All the bands I'm in right now are me, Jimmy, and John Lebecki.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me, Jimmy, John. I think Chris Moyon, Brad Walker, Nick Hubbard. We don't know what's going on. We're figuring it out.
Yeah.
Sounds about right for, a hardcore band.
Yeah.
But it's good regardless. The one shit you guys dropped, that
Thanks,
was
buddy.
hard. Yeah, I really liked it. And I was like, who's in this band? Just a mystery band popped up on Instagram and was sharing it. I was like, what the fuck is this? But I
We
liked
could
it.
say first show in October.
First show in October.
Okay, cool.
Little ways away, but
Yeah, you got to get it together.
yeah. Have some things to work on.
There's a lot going on.
Well, right now it's like impossible to do anything with Tied Down coming up.
Yeah.
Like Jimmy is so busy doing everything that comes along with that. I'm really busy just because we got Bad Beat shit going on.
Yeah.
So it's like we'll wait till after that's done to even think about doing something else.
Yeah, man. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot.
A lot. But Tie Down's right around the corner.
Oh, fuck it is. Yeah.
And stressing.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, everything with Curtis went great the past couple days. He
Oh, yeah.
fucked his leg up.
Dude.
You seen him last night.
Curtis.
He's like, do you want to talk about it?
Dude, my man broke his leg at a place for children.
Yeah.
Everything
Put
is
you on
padded
blast,
and he
Curtis.
found a way.
Yeah. He broke his leg in 15 seconds.
That's
Like-
what he said. He's like, he got on and got right off.
Yeah. I was like, you fell, and then 4 17-year-old hands of all the employees were like, you need help?
Oh, we got like a 100-pound girl trying to drag him off.
Literally. The workers there aren't even old. They have to have their mom sign the
Sign the
waiver so
waiver,
they
yeah.
can jump.
But so- yeah, well, we got to help a little kid. You don't want some creepy adult, helping.
Oh.
But yeah, no, I seen him. He has a little fucking brace on. He's like, yeah, gotta go see a surgeon. Got the MRI done. I was like, great timing for that.
Yeah,
perfect
He's gonna-
timing.
Yeah, I told him I'm going to get him a rascal scooter for Tied Down. I'm going to put a horn on it. It's
My
going to be
train
awesome.
horn.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is, accessible to handicapped people. So
It sure is. We are
Yeah.
ADA compliant.
yeah. Gotta be for those
Yes.
events. Yeah, no, it's 4 days of fucking chaos, man.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be great. Like, have you seen every band that's on the fest, or is there anything that you have not seen?
Oh, no, there's a lot I have not seen.
Yeah.
I
mean, that's a lot to remember.
It is.
but-
Yeah, it is. There's so much to
And
unpack.
like Youth of Today, have you ever seen them?
I have not.
I have.
Actually. Yeah, I went. What did they do? This is hardcore.
Yeah, I saw him at This Is Hardcore
Yeah.
here.
I have not. Yeah, I've not seen it. No, that's a lie. I did see it. I saw it in Chicago for the Rev 25.
Oh, that's cool.
Other than that, it's all blur now.
On the spot.
And I think that's the only time I ever saw Youth Today. I'm very stoked for the Youth Today.
Yeah, man.
I'm very stoked.
Dude, a lot of people haven't seen them, so it's cool that you guys fucking pulled it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
When was the last time they were in Detroit?
1980.
Yeah,
I have a flyer in my basement that's July 5th, 1988 at Blondie's.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Youth of Today, and band, the first straight edge band from Detroit, from Macomb
Oh,
County,
yeah.
from Mount Clemens, Michigan, my hometown. Just Cause. I have no idea what it sounds like. I have the lyrics now, but I'm still trying to track down the recordings. Anybody has that demo, please send it my way. Eric Z, I know you have it, but you can't find it.
that was in my head. I was
It's
like,
like
for sure
Eric
he's
Z's
the
got
only
it,
one.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's been on my want list trying to find that. But anyways, yeah, 88 was the last flyer I know of Youth of Today.
But when was the last time Walter was in Detroit?
3 days ago.
Yeah, Quicksand.
For Quicksand.
We're Walter fanboys.
Yeah.
You gotta be.
God, if you're not, something's wrong with you.
Poser.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. But there's a lot of shit on there. I'm most excited. I've 100 Demons, hands down.
Oh, yeah.
Like one of my most fucking favorite bands ever.
Yeah.
Honestly, it doesn't matter to me who's on vocals. I don't give a fuck.
It's Pete.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they're just doing the self-titled, right?
Maybe.
Whoops.
Yeah, we don't want to let it too much out, but that's cool. Well, yeah, because I can fucking say this is gonna go out like Monday. tomorrow, Tuesday, I'm talking to Pete Morrissey.
Oh,
Yeah, we're gonna do a Zoom thing for.
awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I'm surprised. You know, like I was like, he probably will just ignore my message. Probably, we'll see. He's like, yeah, dude, definitely, it'd be cool. I was like,
Awesome.
oh, okay.
That's
Dude,
awesome.
Pete rocks 100 Demons, obviously, and then he
Forced
put
reality.
that. Dude, have you listened to Murmur?
No,
Dude, it's his like acoustic folk project. It's fucking awesome.
I can see he's got a great
Dude,
voice.
it's so cool. It's like real dark and creepy. It's awesome. I definitely recommend checking it out.
I'm gonna have to check it out before Tuesday. Facts, you know, things you learn. Yeah, no, but like, I like his voice. Like when he sings and shit, like 100 Demons, like fucking repeat process. Like, I don't know, there's something about it, man. It hits me right in the soul. There's something about it, and I don't know. A lot of good bands, obviously have heart. That's huge.
It's crazy. Yeah, I can't believe that's happening. Another one that I'm pretty shocked at, but I couldn't be happier with it. Like I don't think it's hidden, but they're playing Sunday night. They're closing the fest. It's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be crazy. Can't wait.
I believe it'll be absolutely insane. I can see it more crazier than fucking TUI last year.
It's gonna be. That's a hard one to rival, but they might do it.
There's gonna be more people on stage.
Yeah,
Probably.
will be.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Dude, it's gonna be crazy. And you guys just did away with the after shows. Just fuck that,
dude.
Who wants
After
to
shows are
spend all day
terrible.
at a fest and then go to a show that starts at midnight and
No,
then go
not many
back to
people.
a fest the next morning? You got to be a real freak if you want to do that. And like, we just decided like nobody wants to do that. So
No.
let's just do an additional pre-show. Start it a little earlier, see what happens, and the start off of the fest this year is crazy. So,
Absolutely.
So, you know, Edgeman, obviously we're going to always do a pre-show no matter what. And we also, because we got away of the late show, we were like, well, we'll do like a Magic Stick, a bigger pre-show. But we were like, who could we do for Edgeman? Because, you know, you always want to pull someone special, you know? And I think we crushed it this year with E-Town and Gridiron at the shop. You know, small room, floor show. There will be no stage, I'll say it right now. It is floor, same as every other Edgeman show. And it's going to be fucking sick.
That is interesting to see, especially E-Town come off the stage. They're like the most grand headlining band. They're fucking, you know, on fire.
And they've been so cool. He seems so stoked for it.
He's still down to earth people, man.
Yeah, so I'm so grateful for them. He like literally reaching out and him just going, yeah. Like
He was like
we were
looking at pictures and was just like, spot seems dope.
yeah. So
It does. I mean, there's definitely proof that it's a fucking dope place to be.
yeah, it'll be super fun, man. That's gonna be crazy.
E-Town on the floor. I wonder when's the last time that this actually happened.
Oh, a long time.
What's really fucked up is like I was thinking about it, and the last time I saw E-Town Concrete was them opening up for Soulfly in 2003 with Sworn Enemy.
Wow.
At the Emerald Theater in Mount Clemens. And like I'm like, holy shit, 21 years later I'm booking them to play my screen printing shop. Like when it's crazy. I'm so stoked.
Did you like? I didn't know who they were then in like 2003. Like, were you aware when you went to see like Soulfly?
Oh, I
When
was
you were already down?
Mandibles was my shit.
Okay.
Oh
I
yeah.
can see like
that. Yeah. I mean, my upbringing of music was pretty diverse. I have two older sisters, so like I listened to a lot of rap growing up, and then I got really into ICP, and then I found, you know, other hardcore that, you know, your metalcores and all that, and then, you know, but Mandibles, E-Town Concrete, that like fell in line of my age right at the right time, and then I slowly got more and more into it, and, you know, cut out a lot of the I shouldn't say cut out, I still love ICP and all that shit, but you know.
Yeah, it's a proud, you know, you have to be a proud juggalo to scream it out loud.
Dude,
I love ICP.
I love ICP.
Yeah,
dude.
I love ICP. Still.
You're so brave.
I know.
It feels good to get it off my chest.
Finally coming out. It's okay. It's okay. A lot of people fucking bury it. I used to bury it in high school. Like, I don't like ICP. I listen to fucking The Casualties.
Dude, shit's dope. I don't know what to tell you. It's like the older that I get, the more I'm like, shit rocks, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
They're the most DIY like group in history. I will say it forever. They do everything themselves, and it fucking rocks.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I didn't really fuck with anything after like the Amazing Jekyll Brothers or like Bizarre.
Okay, Bizarre.
Yeah.
That's about my ending path too.
Cut off. Yeah. So once all the cards were released.
Yeah, I don't need the second deck of the Joker's cards.
No,
I'm good. But still good.
It's all the planets lined up with Uranus, you know? So that's a quote from a Shockumentary, I believe.
Yeah.
I had that on fucking VHS, dude.
Same.
A long time ago.
Same.
I used to, my dad gets so mad at me because I watch it. Like the Dumping Fago. And how stupid. I'm like, yeah, it is stupid, but it's fun.
Awesome. Yeah.
I've still never been to an ICP show, ever.
Oh, fuck, dude. You got to do it before it's too late.
Yeah.
It's honestly a great time.
I've always wanted to, but it seems like they're Hallowickeds on like a fucking Tuesday every year.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, yeah.
You gotta suffer through it, dude.
Yeah.
You might have to.
I have to.
It can't last forever. And like, I went to, did you go with us?
No.
No. I went to Hallowicked this past year, and it was actually like the best one I've ever been to. It rocked.
Wow.
I was at the Masonic Temple, and it was fucking awesome.
Fuck, man. Yeah. And a couple years ago, didn't they do one at like the City Club or something weird? Did something happen there?
No, they did a Devil's Night show at the City.
Oh, a Devil's
Night
years
ago.
Yeah. Which is crazy too, because that's not a very big place.
No. I saw them at L Club too. They did like a 30 years show for Carnival of Carnage, and me and Andrew Truss, I'll put you on blast because you came with me.
We all know.
And yeah, we went to go to that show, and it was awesome. Like super small, 350 people or whatever.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Yeah, it's nothing like that one show at Todd's,
Yeah.
That Golden Life.
Not like that. I got that flyer on my wall.
Oh, yeah. Didn't you get it from Bird?
I did.
Yeah, shout out
thank
to
you, Bird.
Yeah. He's got all the good shit. He said he's coming to Tie Down. He's like, I want to bring some flyers, try to sell them to people.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's
sell them to me.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, dude. Is there any surprise? Like people on Tied Down that you're surprised would come do it, or were you just hoping everyone's like yes or no, or well, that doesn't make sense. It's a weird question.
No. I at first I thought you were just going to ask if I was going to spoil the surprises.
No.
No. Bands I was surprised that said yes.
I mean, Have Heart.
Yes, Have
a
Heart
band
for
that
sure.
doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. God. I can't even think of the lineup. I gotta look at a picture.
It's okay. I wonder if the
it's
Have
all
Heart.
A blur now.
I'm sure Sonny's coming. I wonder if that's gonna be the first Have Heart set that's released since 2009.
Yeah.
Because that's what it seems like. You don't see.
I don't know. I've heard so many different things about the unreleased footage. I don't know what their plan is, but
someday.
I hope it is released. Yeah. I hope this one is released before. Okay. Oh, I'm stoked that Weekend Nachos is doing it.
So
I was
awesome.
a little surprised that I'm not surprised, but I think that was just
the timing worked out to where they were like ready to do stuff again. And
I was surprised for 100 Demons and Killing Time that we got both. Fucking so stoked for that. But everybody else, I mean, it was pretty easy going. Like this year, what fell in line pretty good for booking. Like we didn't have too many roadblocks or crazy scenarios. I got switched around last minute or things like that. So I'm grateful for that this year because that's always a headache.
Yeah,
and
it's cool because like you really don't have to pitch it to anybody. Like the proof is there. Like it's gonna be badass. So you're not like we're doing this fast and
please believe me. You will have fun. I promise.
The first year, I mean, from the first year to the second year was like a insane difference. Like, did you come to the first time?
Yeah. Trash Talk and
Trash
Jesus
Talk,
Piece. And,
Show Me the Body. Never Ending Game. It was crazy, and we had like 1,000 people, and it did great, but like we literally like right after I have like the core group of Tied Downers for us. Like we have a core 4 that we had just like broke out an email, did a pros and cons list, like what are we going to do to make it better next year, and what sucked this year, you know? And we do it after every one now. So we're just like, every show we all do together, we're like, all right, what sucked about this and what was awesome? Because let's make more awesome happen. And like, that has been the thing that we strive to do the best, is like, we really want to just make sure all the bands are happy, all the attendees are happy, just make it a good time overall. So
of all the fests that I've gone to, I feel like I've been to all the big ones. I feel like Tied Down is like the, and bias aside, I feel like it's the easiest one to be at. It's the most comfortable. The setup is awesome. I just have a great time at it.
Yeah, I can agree. I've never been to This Is Hardcore, but I've been around, places, LDB, Black and Blue, shit like that. Sure. And, yeah, you're right. It is the most comfortable. It seems like there's enough room in the back to where you can breathe.
Yes.
You can go outside with all the food trucks.
Yeah.
Those lines get crazy, but what do you expect? There's nothing you can do about that.
That was on the cons list.
Yeah.
Now there's more food trucks, so the lines are shorter.
Yeah, so quit your bitching. No, yeah. Great food selection for the vegans and the non-vegans and the fucking pizza eaters.
Yeah.
So if I shout to Little Caesars, that's awesome.
Oh, dude, they'll be back.
Hell
shout
yeah.
out Jimmy Glaros.
Jimmy Glaros.
Little C's.
Yeah. I'm the man himself from the D-Block video.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
He asked me that second year, and I was like, yeah, that'd be cool to do a Little Caesars food truck for sure. And like, they're a staple now. I don't think I can get rid of them. That's gonna be great. The slice,
it's the best Little Caesars pizza to me.
It's fresh right there.
Yeah. It's not that little round bullshit, fucking cardboard flappy shit, man. It's good, fluffy, hot, and good cheese. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I'm with you.
It's like, it's not your average Little Caesars pizza to me. It's not. It's like, you need a fork or with a fork, like a personal deep dish. And
come to Tied Down for the best slice of Little Caesars you'll ever have in your life.
Yeah.
Well,
PSA.
It's either that or
put it on the lineup.
Motor City has really good Little Caesars inside there too.
Oh yeah.
The Motor City Casino. I've seen.
I never really.
We gotta go
do.
more. We're MGM guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the only reason I went to see Bone Thugs and Harmony was at the soundboard there, so I was like,
"Oh, that makes sense."
Get some pizza before.
I went up to Mount Pleasant to see him a couple years ago.
Hell
so
yeah.
I feel you.
It's like, I gotta go. Gotta see Bone Thugs.
Yeah.
Shit's so good. But yeah, dude. It seems so. There's only been 2 years. And from the first year to the second year, huge difference. It just seemed, a little more comfortable, as you said. And even with more people, there's a fucking double the amount of people, right?
Yeah.
Or if not.
Yeah, last year we had like 2,250. It was sellout.
Wow. Yeah. And then all the bands seemed happy. Same with the Cold as Life thing. It was
that's like Tied Down 2.5.
yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, and just to be able to go in the back and shit, and it's like, holy fuck, they got all the shawarmas, and then you got pizza, and all the fucking beer. I was like, man, this is awesome.
Yeah, that's your reaction is exactly why we want it.
Yeah.
Because, we want to make sure people who are there, and especially bands, there's nothing worse than showing up to play, and, you can barely find a bottle of water. You know what I mean? But no, we want to make sure that there's literally everything from fucking 1,000 PBRs for the beer drinkers to 1,000 sodas, whatever preference.
Yeah, Faygo.
Yeah, dude, straight up.
Dude, Diet Faygo.
Diet Faygo Cola is a top tier diet.
It's the best diet.
Is it? I don't think I've ever had it, honestly.
It's the best diet, straight up.
Kind of crazy. It's so good.
I fuck with Diet Coke hard. So
I love Diet Coke. I love Coke Zero, but I love the Diet Faygo Cola is my go-to.
Good, and you can't get all sticky from it.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I do Cherry Coke Zero mostly though, but Diet Coke comparable to cola. I love it.
Yeah.
When you said there's a surprise, I don't care about surprises, but is there? And you don't even have to answer this question if you don't want to. Is there any bands that you wanted to play that said nah or they can't? And like, don't have to answer that, but
I mean there are a few.
Yeah.
That couldn't do it. I won't put them out there because. Crossing our fingers for next year.
Maybe next year.
Yeah. It just didn't work out timing wise. But never say never,
Cool. Yeah. Hey, good enough. That's why I prefaced it. You don't have to answer because
there's one I was really hoping for, and I'm still really hoping for.
Okay. Still really hoping for.
Not for this year, but
Yeah.
in the future.
Yeah. And even the first year, was there any other any venues that you were considering besides the Russell or?
Honestly, no. Curtis kind of was like our idea branched around the Russell. He books a million things. That's what he does for a living.
It goes without saying he gets so much credit for all this as well.
100%.
Yeah.
This is if I had no Curtis, then this would not exist because I'm far too dumb to pull this off. No, he books. I mean, he booked Hallowicked at the Russell. He's booked multiple. Hundreds of shows. It feels like at this point, EDM to just whatever. He knows the room. He knows what it takes to put a show on there, to do production, to do all that. And like when you rent the Russell, you rent a big empty room. You have to put the stage in. You got to put the audio in. You have to do it all, the day before the show. So it's like, it's a pain, but it's also like, what a cool vibe, because it's like, it looks like an abandoned building on the side of the freeway, and you walk in and it is.
It's in Detroit. It's not in a suburb. It's in Detroit.
Yeah.
Right next to everything.
Yeah. It's great. So, and then there's plenty of parking. There's a lot of pros to it where it's just like, there's so much room in that place that like, it gives you that breathability to wander and like, kind of, if you don't want to be in the big room listening to music, there's so many other areas to be that aren't a crowded merch room with no chairs. Like you can go outside. There's other rooms. There's just kind of like chill zones everywhere.
Yeah, that's cool. You guys
There's a balcony.
Yeah. You also give the availability to go back out to your cars and whatnot, and hang out till a certain time. Sure. But that's great. Because some places are like, nope, you're in, you can't leave.
Yeah.
Or you're not coming back in. Like, what the fuck? Or there's like like you have to pay again, like $10 or $15 to come back in, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And whatever. But you seem like with the whole security, everybody getting in on time, that's kind of worked its kinks out over a couple of years. And the Cola's Life one, everything was great. So
yeah. The first, the second year was like truly like, holy shit, there's so many people here for doors. Like there was hundreds of people there, bright and early. So getting them in, we didn't. It was tough. It was a fucking hustle. But now we have like a new method that like we're like going down the line, pre-wristbanding, making sure, doing all that kind of stuff. So then they can come into the building and there's just like a huge gated area we're going to do. So then as soon as doors are open, the gates open and they're 20 feet from the stage, and they can go do what they got to do.
You go get your half heart merch.
Yeah,
run.
Exactly. yeah. So it'll be a lot easier and it'll make it filled a lot quicker. A lot of people in.
Good. Yeah, you give a chance to the
that
earlier
line,
bands too.
Exactly.
To get a lot of people in the room and check out.
Bad Beat needs you guys.
Dude, people will be there for sure. It's gonna be great, man. There's I'm fucking looking so forward to it, and it's just like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Like, so I'm gonna fuck myself because I work Friday and Monday, but I don't care. There's just way too much to see. I can't miss E-Town and fucking on the ground, on the floor, and then stay for Have Heart and whatever else on Sundays.
Hey, I will say on Sunday we did arrange the set times. So it ends a little early. So it's not
cool.
Not that
a man of the people.
Hey, I'm
hard
an
work
old man.
Dude, it's Sunday night. I don't want to be out that late.
Yeah,
everyone's got
Nobody
to
does.
work besides the incomers,
Yeah. So hey, we're trying to make it a little better. We don't want a band to go on at 10:30 on a Sunday night.
Oh no, I get it. I was crazy last night at Parts and Labor. There's 3 bands, and I was there till 10:40. I was like, "What the fuck?"
That's the worst thing that would have ever happened to me.
Oh, that was horrific, dude. And it's just Torture showed up a little late. I don't know. They could have had issues. I don't know what it was, but they had to get all their shit and all their merch set up, all their stuff. And I was like, God, motherfucking damn! Like there was no music for like an hour. I was like,
oh wow.
Yeah. It was just a weird because You Die First dropped. So it was going to be 4 bands, but then, so there's only 3. And that was just good for the bar owner, because all these sales going still, but everyone else is like fucking scratching their head like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Anybody knows how it feels. Like,
you're
like, fucking, hey, this is boring.
I've been
right
late
now.
to a show in a band.
Yeah,
many
yeah,
times,
and
so.
it happens. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
It's just is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, a
leave
lot of times
earlier.
there's something you can do.
There is responsibilities that should be, first in line. It's like showing up. Oh, well, it's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
But Torture was fucking awesome live, by the way. All right.
Hell yeah.
It was
Shit's hard.
It is. I didn't know what to expect from his vocals live. It's not the same, but it's still good. It's like,
Hey.
okay. How'd you guys fucking meet?
Oh, man.
And that was a long time ago.
I think we met just because I had moved to Michigan to start my old band with our mutual friend Steve. I was living in his basement, and were you playing in Great Reversals at the time?
I was like
filling in.
I was filling in all the time. When Steve was gone with Halud, with you, I would fill in for him. And then Shades of Red was over then. I don't know. I was around though.
We almost met.
Yes.
On a Shades of Red tour. Jimmy, I was living in Philly for a little bit. Jimmy was on tour with this band Shades of Red that Steve sang for, and I knew Steve from playing in Shai Hulud together. They were in Philly, and half of their group came and hung out, and then the other half stayed where they were staying. Jimmy stayed back, so I hung out with everybody else. So we didn't meet then.
Yeah.
But then, I moved to Michigan, lived in Steve's basement. Jimmy would come over for practices, and we got along, and I had just moved here. I only knew 2 people.
Yeah. Steve was literally like, you're going to become best friends with this guy. And I was like, all right, let's see who this freak is, And then, after you moved out of Steve's, though, we moved in together, and we lived in Ferndale for
a couple of years.
Yeah, a few years, and we've been bros.
That's cool.
And now we both own our own houses 3 minutes from each other.
We're like gentlemen.
Yeah.
So where are you originally from then?
Dude, I moved 14 times before I finished high school. Tons, mostly around the South. But I would say that North Florida, Tallahassee, Florida, is where I spent. I think that's where I grew up. Not as a child, but it's where I got into punk and hardcore. It's where I started going to shows. It's when I started really playing in bands, and that was where I was living when I started touring. So that was I would say that's probably where I'm from if I had to pick any place. But at this point, I've been in Detroit for 12, 13 years now.
Yeah.
Damn.
This is home. I did it. Found it.
So were you able to see Kids Like Us and shit when you're in North Florida?
Dude,
or is that...
Kids Like Us every weekend.
That's so amazing. I've never seen that band, so dude, I fucking love that band.
that was me growing up, was seeing Kids Like Us in Evergreen Terrace every other weekend.
That's so good.
That was
so good.
It. North Florida was weird because it was there were. The first time I saw Kids Like Us was Kids Like Us, Bones Brigade, and Carpenter Ant. It's old weird band that if you looked up you'd like. In this place called Pockets. It was a sandwich shop, and the floor. It was the second floor, and it's weird because it was next to the venue that we had most of our hardcore shows at. But it was this sandwich shop, and the floor, there were so many people in it that it would start to we could feel it bow down in the middle, and we would all have to get out in the sides. And when Bones Brigade played, there were people skating in the pit. It was super fun.
That's awesome.
I was
that sounds like
13
some
or
Florida
14.
shit. I like it.
Dude, it was awesome.
That is so badass because I listen to Kids Like Us every day. Seriously, I love that fucking band. I mention something, they're out of control, So
That's so sick.
Out of control.
Out of control. Get it? And so you're in a band. Are you in Cleanse too? Are both of you in that band? What the fuck?
Jimmy's half in Cleanse.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in Cleanse until we have to do something, and then I'm gonna be like, I have too much shit to do.
Yeah.
I'll say it. I don't give a shit.
Cleanse was started by Jimmy.
I actually want to leave that band out.
Yeah, it was you and Joey and Chris Tristane.
Yeah.
And dude, this has been going on for like almost 3 years now.
No shit.
Where it was like, okay, here's the idea of the band. Here are the people that are going to be in it. This guy's kind of not available. Like, this guy, like, I think we got a better fit. And then it just like over the last few years has become just like, all right, we'll jam once a year and try to learn some songs. And then we finally like got the recording done and put it out. And all that's coming out next Friday. That full EP.
Yeah.
Wow. And Brad on vocals?
Brad Walker on
Brad
vocals.
Walker.
Brad on vocals, Chris Tristane on guitar, maybe on bass, Nick Hubbard maybe on guitar, Jimmy maybe on bass. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
It's a band where
Hell yeah.
like truly
another band, nobody knows what's going on.
it's those songs we like were written and then we all realize like it's just kind of hard. Like it's very difficult. Also, Jacob Partridge plays drums.
Oh yeah.
He's easily like
He's a
the
tour
best
boy now.
musician in the band, but he's gone on tour all the time now. Like he just tours with Knocked Loose. He's their drum tech. He's going on tour with Slipknot.
Holy
he's,
shit.
He's like,
Oh, he's going on tour with Knocked Loose.
he's going on tour with Knocked Loose, who is on tour with Slipknot. Let's
say
not
with
give this dude
Slipknot.
too much credit.
I would say with Slipknot. If it was me, I'd say, I'm going on tour with Slipknot.
He would do the same. No, we love Jacob. He's our boy. But he's just going to be gone so much that it's kind of like one of those, all right, well,
We'll get to this one.
well, yeah, it'll happen when it happens. We're not stressing about it, but we thought the songs were cool enough that we were like, we should put these out.
It's definitely hard. It's good.
It's
Hell yeah. Thank you.
It's good. I like it. It's like brings back like it just sounds like I don't know, mid 2000s like so what I heard first was, I don't know if this would even make sense, like a Bleeding Through. That's like what the music sounded to me, but I'm not a fucking musician. I wouldn't know. But I don't know, it's good.
I could get that. For me, it was pulling from like all the like late 90s shit that I love. It was a lot of Turmoil, Buried Alive,
That's a
All
good
Out
one,
War,
yeah.
a little Disembodied, and then like Martyr AD is like a big one.
That makes a lot more sense. You saying those bands, like, I don't know.
Yeah. And then like more recent, like dude, Advent is the only band that will make me believe in God for 20 minutes. Advent is so sick. And I just think that what they do is so cool because they pull from all the same shit. And I was just like, well, if it's got like that kind of modern feel, but still pulls from all the 90s shit that I love, that's kind of where I want to hang out. So it was fun to write.
Yeah. I just didn't want to leave that one unnoticed because it definitely,
No.
when I heard it, I was like, that's good shit. It's like, who else is in this fucking band? I have no idea. Again, who's in this band?
Yeah.
Just these fucking mystery bands popping up with you on it, like, and you guys are always in the same bands. Now, I don't want to leave this out as well. With Edgeman, are you booking shows at Edgeman? Like, I wasn't really aware of anything like happening there till like after the pandemic, when like, a Neverending Game played there. Was that always like an idea that you had for the place, or it just came about?
It was talked about a lot. The first show we ever did there was Drug Church, and it was February of 2020.
Oh, that was COVID. Yeah,
it was right. It was because I can't remember who they were on tour with it, but they were playing St. Andrews Hall, and the singer of the headlining band got sick and couldn't perform, so they canceled the show. And this was before like COVID was a thing at all. So our friends were friends with them, and just like we're like, can we just do it in your shop? And it was before I even had the room that we do shows in now. It was in a tiny little. It was in the room where you pay to get in.
Oh fuck!
Yeah,
Yeah, 80 people.
literally. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we cleared the room out. It was a Saturday, and we just did it. And then like, literally like 2 weeks later, COVID happened, and once it like started becoming chill to do shows again and things like that. So I don't even know. I think we were just like, let's just do like a welcome back hardcore
Hardcore's
show.
back.
Yeah,
Really, it's
hardcore
okay.
Detroit, is back kind of thing. And Neverending Game was down. And actually, was it End It on that show?
Yeah,
They
Shackled.
End It and
Yeah.
Shackled. Yeah, they were coming through, so we put them on it, and that was like the first real like show at Edgeman, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
And
It's
except
also
the
big
power-
deals for a show too. Was that show?
Oh, it was, yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Crazy first set.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Ground Wars first and last show.
yeah. Yeah, so
There's
that
a girl at work wearing a Ground War shirt yesterday.
Damn.
interesting.
And I was like, man, it looks like a hardcore band, but I don't know who the hell that is.
Yeah, so that show too was kind of funny because of the power. Like we had all these crazy storms and we
You're
lost
right.
power.
You're right. It was a
And
generator show.
Yeah, we were closed for like 4 days because the power was out, and we were crossing our fingers it would come back on, and it didn't. So we had to get a generator and do a generator show. We didn't want to bail on it, and yeah, it worked out pretty badass. It was awesome.
Yeah. Even Sonny came out for that one.
Yeah. I hit him up and he was down, so we were
He's like,
just
yeah, sure.
Yeah, I was sick. I was stoked.
Dude, it was a badass show. and
That was the start of like, oh, we could probably do this and like, it'll be cool.
yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Nobody really minds unless you're short, like you're
Yeah.
fucking stuck in the back.
Yeah.
Don't be a bitch. Get up front.
Yeah.
Like, I'm excited to see, for sure. Let's go back to E-Town there. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like everyone's
Oh, yeah.
going to be in a line up front. I hope it's like 4 or 5 people deep up front,
Oh yeah.
Just
yeah.
having fun. Everyone's singing along. And
It's gonna be great, dude.
yeah.
It's gonna
Dude, it's going to be wild. Gridiron there, too. Like,
yeah.
it's
It-
crazy. It's
it's-
crazy.
It's crazy seeing some of the shows that we were able to pull off there already.
Yeah, man.
Drain,
Drain,
Tsunami,
Tsunami, yeah, exactly. Fiddlehead.
Strange Magic.
Can't forget them. The best one ever. Yeah.
No, the Military Gun show. I mean, there was a lot that like it was just like, wow, it's so sick that they're down to play this warehouse.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I mean, you can say it. It's the most like DIY space,
I
in
appreciate
my
that.
opinion, that I've ever come across. Like,
I feel like there are DIY spaces in Detroit, but ones that are hardcore friendly. I feel like we haven't really had one
No.
in a while. Like we had the old Sanctuary, moved to where Paychex is in Hamtramck, and at that point it's a venue. And so we just like haven't had a DIY spot until Edgemond started doing shows. And I feel like that's something that every city needs is a decent venue that sounds okay that bands can come through.
Yeah, I'll say it sounds pretty damn good in
Dude.
there for being a fucking
A concrete room with 45-foot high ceilings.
you're right. I haven't really had any my own personal, like negative opinions about how it sounded.
surprisingly good. It's kind of
Yeah.
weird. I don't know. I'm not a sound engineer. I don't know how that shit works, but yeah, whoever
It
built
shouldn't.
that building did it right.
Yeah, the way that it works is that it shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only show that I could say that I was like that doesn't sound like great was actually a Tsunami one. Like it seemed like his vocals were.
Too quiet or something.
It could have just been like his voice, like after like tour, like he just sounded like a little
yeah.
different. I don't know if it's like the PA or something, or it was just like him sounding after a month-long fucking tour. Because it was the last day. Remember how fucked up their
Oh,
day
yeah,
was?
yeah.
They didn't
Oh,
get
yeah.
there till like right before they were supposed to play. and
Yeah.
They got stuck in
And somebody
Cleveland.
stole the drum throne, so he had to sit on this like craftsman stool that we had. It's kind of funny.
But it just keeps growing. I mean, I guess it really can't get any bigger with what you have going on. Like you can't.
Sure.
Like, there's no other like elevation, to that whole setup there. Like it just doesn't get any bigger than what
No,
you're
it
doing.
is what it is,
Yeah.
and it'll just keep being that until it can't anymore. But like, if it's I don't know. It's just if we're in that building, we're gonna keep doing shows like that. I have no real interest to make it bigger. I have a busy enough schedule as it is.
Yeah.
Where like I feel bad after the time I turn down so many shows at Edgemond because I get hit up constantly by bands who are touring and they want to play, and it's like I wish I could, but like if I had to move this shit around every other day to do a show,
Oh yeah.
dude, we'd never get anything done at the shop, and like we're already slammed, so it's like there's more to it than people see. Like
Yeah.
I'd rather have it like a special thing,
Mhm.
and do things on occasion because we're not a venue. We're a screen printing shop that,
Has shows sometimes.
exactly. And like, if you've hit me up and I said no, don't take it personally. We're just fucking busy, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, also, like, there can't be much in it for you. It just seems more work than,
yeah.
like what you get out of it. Like, it's awesome. It's great. Everybody loves it. Everybody has a great time. The bands get paid. They move on. But as a promoter, you doing it, like, there's not much in it for you. It's for the love of.
It's straight
love
up
of
for
labor.
There's the
labor of love. That's the word.
we definitely do it as a labor of love for Edgeman shows because it's like I said, it's a good amount of work going into clearing that room out to be able to put people in it, and we don't have a venue fee or anything. We're just like, oh, the show did pretty well. Like, just toss us a little bit of something. That's cool.
Yeah.
But which I probably shouldn't be like that. I should probably be a little more firm. But I don't. It is, again, it's a labor of love, so I don't really care. I'd rather see the bands get paid and move on than us making $100.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
Or some poor kid has to walk to the ATM down the street.
Yeah.
Got to, buddy. You owe us.
Yeah.
We're gonna beat you up.
No, so it's like I do it because I truly like doing it. I will always do it when I can, but it doesn't mean I always can. So
yeah.
No.
Are you ever is there like bands that you don't like that you said yes to, or is it always like, nah, I don't like that band. Fuck you.
Oh, so many.
I can't answer that.
I'll answer that for him.
I'm not asking for the band name, but are you like, if I like this band, it'll be a yes? But you're like, no, no, I'm busy to bands you don't give a fuck about. Like,
I won't say it vocally, but
I only book bands I like, and that's okay. Well, I only do podcasts with people I like. Yeah, I'm not gonna if I don't like your band, I'm gonna come up with an excuse to tell you why I can't do it. Just being honest. Why would I do something I don't give a fuck about? And that's
very fair,
right? Or if friends, I'm cool. Friends, but I'm not, I don't even know you. Why are you bothering me? Your band sucks. And we're like, this is any better than anything else. I'm just saying,
no,
I can't put effort into something I have zero interest in.
Yeah, exactly. You got to take time out of your life to do it. So you got to at least enjoy it. I get it.
Right. You're going to fucking sit at some shit show at your, at your shop till fucking 11 o'clock at night. Who wants to do that? It's got to be worth your time.
That is the thing. When show days, especially on a weekday, dude, I'm there at 7:30 in the morning. So if you're the last one to leave and you're seeing me there at 11 o'clock, I have not gone home. So.
Do you move all the shit back before you leave at the end of the night, or need to do it in the mornings?
It depends. If people stick around from the shop, because a lot of our employees are obviously hardcore kids and whatnot. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we push it off to the morning. It just varies on our degree of tired, it is. You never know, but we have a good system on to do it timely. But on a show day, we have to stop working around 2:30 to 3 o'clock to have things ready by 5. So
oh wow,
it's not like hey, just move these cold tables. It's you gotta move some shit. There's that whole area is where we count all our jobs in. So it's full of tables and full of stacks of shirts, at all times. So, it's a process.
Wow. Now, is there any shows that stick out to you that were your most favorite shows at the shop so far?
Ooh. Mind Force was probably one of my favorites. That was just a great time, great people. Fiddlehead we put a stage in for Fiddlehead, which drew a lot of expectations for future shows, but they just said, hey, is there a way we can make kids be able to stage dive? And I was like, yeah.
For you, yeah.
Yeah. And those are my boys. I was on that tour with them, so I didn't even see the stage till I got there, showing up at the venue, with them.
The venue.
The venue.
Your business.
Yeah. Yeah. That was all Curtis. He handled that whole thing. But those are some that stick out because that was crazy. Opening the garage door and seeing that stage in there and lights and it looked like a real
the first Edgeman show with the lights off.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
Yeah, it was so dark in there and it was awesome.
That is badass.
That's a favorite. And that honestly will not happen again. People have asked for stages. I'm like, nah. This is the floor spot.
Yeah,
this is what it is. It's gonna be bright. And it's gonna be on the floor. Yeah. So if
I love the lights on. I dig it.
Oh, dude, I'm full lights on.
Yeah,
I prefer
it's
it
fun now.
Yeah,
it's
see
cool.
the chaos, man.
Yeah. So it's those two stick out for sure. But I've had so many fun ones now that there's a lot.
For real, I would say Fiddlehead and Mind Force are the top two that I've been to.
Yeah. The Drain one was crazy. Just like there were so many kids that were just like these young kids who had never heard of hardcore. They just know Drain.
Yeah.
That's literally, I'm going to
Benny.
say, yeah, shout out to Benny, the band Cyodyne. Those kids loved Drain. They saw that Drain was playing Clinton Township, Michigan, and they're from Roseville, which is like one town over. And they were like, that's not a venue. What is this place? And they're all like, 18 years old or 19 years old. And now Benny works at the shop. He was stagehand last year for Tied Down. He's working a ton of shows. He loves hardcore. His band just recorded a record with Andy Nelson. Like,
Shit rocks.
like he's watching him like be like just a young metalhead kid, like
A Guitar
like,
Center metalhead. Turn like, oh, you're figuring out like Leeway is dope.
Yes.
Like watching him really start to crack the code, and like every once in a while I'll hit him up and be like, yo, you should listen to this. And he surprises me with, oh, dude, I love that album. And that rocks.
Yesterday at the shop, Nick Hubbard walks in. He's working at the shop right now too. He walks in my office. He goes, "Hey, I just want to say, I think Benny's listening to Master Killer for the first time." And like, if you listen, you could just hear it on in the background. I'm like, yes. Like,
That's when the floodgates open.
Yeah.
That's
like,
cool.
It's the sick. So like, it's cool. Like seeing the kids like want to be involved and want to like know more, and they're like learning about this whole other scene they didn't know existed, and like it rocks, dude. And that's like one of the more fulfilling things to me about Edgeman. Like anybody's welcome, and like, dude, we gained those kids they come to every show now, and like it's a cool thing, it's a cool vibe just for that shit.
It is, and it's so fun to see like new faces and like these younger kids. I'm like, they're such like small babies. Like some of these kids, I'm like 16, 17 years old.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're just so fucking little and young, and so and they don't know the old fucking like Detroit scene, like the old scary days where like, you're a little unsettling at sometimes. And
Dude, going to Alvin's, I was like 16 years old.
we're gonna die here.
Well, I think it's like for so long, I felt like the median age in hardcore had just kind of stayed the same and was just the same group of people. And I don't know about you guys, like I started going to shows when I was like 14, 13, and I can't remember the last time I saw like a 14-year-old at a show, but in the last couple of years, we've started seeing like younger and younger kids show up. I think having like a local DIY venue that's like, oh, it's just a business and there's no drinking. Like, it's a little easier to be like, hey, can I go see Fool's Game and Risk? Like, can I go see a hardcore show at this place where I'm not going to get in trouble?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not scary, but it's also helping younger kids get into hardcore, which I feel like I just didn't see for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good way to look at it. It's a good safe spot. It's great. It's fucking awesome. Like I've taken my son to a few shows. He's 16. I took him to that Tsunami show there.
That's
He was
awesome.
like, what in the fuck? Like I took him to he's seen I had Shattered Realm at the Sanctuary. Shattered Realm. It was missing the links, like for a second show.
Yeah.
And D Block played, and like I took him to that. And there wasn't a lot of people there, but just like seeing like the chaos, he's like, "What the?"
Is he
fuck?
into hardcore?
Yeah, he likes. Like he doesn't listen to it like much on his own. I like feed him shit, but if it's on like in the car, he's like, "I like this one." I'm like, "Of course you do. Of course. Why wouldn't you like
It's
it?"
like, this is kids like us. Of course you do.
Hell yeah, yeah. No, he loves fucking D Block. That's like his absolute
Okay.
favorite fucking Detroit
That's
band.
awesome.
He loves D Block.
Same.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Everyone does.
I think we're all in that club.
yeah, man. It's it like I don't know how it can get better right now.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can increase the volume of bands and people coming through and all the cool shows. It's peaking right now as far as
It is.
and it hasn't. It's been peaking. It's at this like crazy fucking high level, and I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon. Unless there's an earthquake or an asteroid, it has to hit Edgeman for it to stop.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, I agree. It's on and up, and I'm all for it. Like, keep it coming. Like, I just want to keep doing shows.
Yeah.
You know?
That's it, man. It's for the kids. Oh, no. What I was gonna say, since you make shirts, you need to make like an Edgemont Shows shirt that just says FUBU on, like the FUBU logo, for us, by us. Wouldn't that be so cool?
You have to do it.
I have to do it.
For us, by us. That's perfect, though. I like very hardcore kids.
When you think about it, FUBU is true DIY.
Hell yeah, 100%. And it's just like, oh yeah, for us, by us. That's good. Who would have thought? You steal a, slogan? I don't know. Fuck it.
Good.
But I don't know, man. There's really nothing else to cover. We talked about Tied Down, the million projects you guys have going on.
Yeah, sorry.
No,
Sorry about that.
dude. No, you guys are really talented, and it's like every project is. It's like you couldn't like compare it to one another, in my opinion. It's all very, I won't say original. You're not fucking, you're reinventing the wheels, but it's all really good. Unique to your guys' talents, and it shows in all the bands. So
Just ripping off different bands for each project.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mental mentions in those comments.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was very intentional. So
I mean, that was like a big thing for Jimmy and I. Was like, that's our era of hardcore. I feel like
my first like real band's first show was at Refuge. Mental R&R. Razzle Dazzle. Detroit Birds played one song. That was in 2005. I was in a band called Deer, and that like opening my eyes to that world of hardcore, like that was like the first real hardcore I got into. So like I was listening to Cold World, Blacklisted, anything on Locking Out, and like that Boston sound, Righteous Jams, and like those are like my top tier favorite bands. That's what I truly love.
It gives me goosebumps, man. I love Righteous Jams so fucking much, dude. Yeah,
it's literally the best.
That band is the first like hardcore show. I'm also at Refuge. It was with Detroit Birds, Razzle Dazzle, and this band Ambush played. Yeah. And I don't know if any of those guys are really even around anymore.
Nick Z, tattoo artist from he sang in Ambush.
It's Don and Rob Armstrong.
Yep.
And their drummer was named Pablo. Yep.
Yeah,
because he drummed for like Ambush, Razzle Dazzle, and Detroit Birds that night.
And I will just say,
he had one tom and a fucking cymbal. I think that's about it.
I'll say it on air too. You have the Detroit Birds 7-inch. I'm staring at it right now on the wall, and that is my favorite Michigan release. Shout out to Ian Courtney for putting that out, and the Detroit Birds for making my musical taste so good. Like that's the first time I've ever seen like the whole like side to side shit and people, creepy crawling. And I had no idea what that stuff was. I just worked with the guitarist in Ambush. His name was Don, and he showed me everything. And like, that rocks.
0304, he's like, come check out my band. And he gave me. I had a 7-inch of it. I lost it so long ago. I wish I still had it, but I didn't even have a record player. Like,
had the Ambush 7-inch.
Yeah.
And shout out Jerry Crego put that out, which is Jack's Record Stash.
Oh no shit!
Yeah, he put that out back in the day. It's insane. I have an Ambush shirt still.
It's just the rhino on it.
It is. It's the same demo, the 7-inch cover. Yeah.
Damn, I had one, but I got puke all over it. I had to throw it away on the spot. I puked on it while
that's so that
intoxicated slumber.
Hey, that's okay.
And lucky I didn't die, honestly.
Oh shit!
For sure, alcohol poisoning. I ruined it. I tried to wash it, but it's
done.
Yeah,
I
was like, nah.
That's so funny.
What happened to your shirt, man? Oh, don't worry about it. It's just vomit.
I had to walk home and for 15 inches of snow, and it was like negative 20. And I just had a jacket on, no shirt, because I threw it away. It was a nightmare. So I woke up the morning, I was like, I have puke all over me, better get rid of the shirt.
That's
crazy. Dude, do you remember the band? Well, they were like a local downriver band, Quit Your Life.
Yeah. Do
you remember that band? Yeah. I was hanging out with a couple of those guys who were after the fact. They weren't in the band anymore, but I was young. They were a little older. They were getting me go like shot for shot with them. And I was like, I'm 17. They're like 24. So
funny.
And come to find out, though, they fucked with me. So they weren't actually doing the shots. I was just doing the shots. They were throwing them behind them. So I did like 11 shots in 5 minutes.
Movie shit. Like.
Yeah, they're just throwing it behind their head and shit. And I was just like, yeah, getting all fucked up, thinking I was cool.
Dang.
And yeah, totally ruined my
Fuck
night.
those guys for ruining your ambush shirt, dude.
Yeah, Lyle and Nate. That's their names. We'll call them out. They'll never listen. No, I tried getting Kenny from Quit Your Life to do that. He lives in Florida. I thought it'd be really cool because that was the first like a local punk-ish band because his girlfriend worked where I worked, and then it just led in to other shit. It's just weird how it happens. I was like Hopes Fall and shit like that, and like Poison the Well.
Oh yeah,
and eventually moved on to
Poison the Well was huge for me as a younger one. You know, that was another band where I was like, this it rocks. You know, like, but yeah, no, that the whole like locking out side to side, you know, that world was like what truly brought me into hardcore when I understood it, you know.
Yeah.
But after getting into, you know, your metalcore where you dabble and you know, it is what it is, and then I was like, oh, this is what I like. It, you know, it took a while to like fine tune that. That's like, I like the simplistic, you know, the stuff that Bad Beat is ripping off of, you know, and that's what it is.
It's you know, and that's some people's pinnacle, you know, that type of shit. And
yeah,
it's cool. You guys are doing it again, bringing it back because there's nothing really like that around here anymore.
It's just what we grew up really caring about. And it's funny because we were talking about like our first bands, and we realized like while we were recording the Bad Beat stuff, we were just like, oh, this was like the same music we were writing 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And we just found our way back to it.
Yeah, full circle. Like try it all and then be like, no, this is what do I like? You
know? Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
Look, like we said, like it can't. I don't see it getting any better. It's like almost impossible to go any higher. But it's great. Everything's fucking fantastic. We got Tied Down to look forward to. A bunch of shows happening coming up. Yeah. And when comes time to talk about that shit, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, I'm always down. Just let me know when. You know.
Cool, man. It's good. Yeah, we can wrap it up. I just want to say thanks again. Everybody's thrilled to finally get the whole fucking 16 jammers off the.
I'm so happy it's out there. It's out there.
It's out there. It's over with.
Yeah.
And now you can just work on writing 16 more.
Honestly, yeah.
Take 5 minutes. You already got it, probably.
Yeah, I got them in the chamber.
Yeah, it's ready to go.
Yeah.
Cool. Good. We can wrap it up. Thanks again.
Of course. Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Thank you, bud. This is fucking awesome.
It is awesome. I'm glad you guys came over. So, all right.
Bad Beat.
Bad Beat.